Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith of the Quant Edge in the Black VTF here, T3 Live with today's market wrap up. And if you watched the market wrap up last Friday, I talked about when you got a range this tight on things, it's very common to take out both sides. And so that's what we did. You pop up a little bit, then sink them a little bit. And now range expansion on both sides, i.e. the broadening formation, and now an inside day for SPY. So yesterday there was a chance that things could start accelerating to the downside. Come in today, no problem, just pops right back up, and you're going to see that in the Qs. You're going to see it in the diamonds. Got a bad ticker in the Qs, in the diamonds, all that kind of stuff. But what that also creates here in the SPY that cannot be uncreated is an outside week. All right, and so for the next few days, we want to see how this plays out. It can't not be an outside week. So coming into next week, you want to see on either side of that, and then you want to stay out because what that means is this range is extending on both sides at this point. And so when we try again and either take out that or that, it's got to stay out. Otherwise, you got the possibility of coming out and testing the other side again. So for right now, inside day, not much to do with that. You've also got it in the bonds and the bonds and the trannies and all that kind of stuff. So what to do on an inside day, because I'll have traders that won't trade on an inside day, but because of the difficulty of it, because there's a contraction of volatility. So it's also in conflict, and by that I mean the SPY opened the month here, SPY opened the week here, and so it's red on the month, red on the week, but anytime it was green on the day and green on the 60, here, you're in straight conflict, but the more recent time frames, the 60 and the day, are green. So we can look for stocks that have full time frame continuity to the upside and that are not inside days, because that means they're breaking out. They're not, at this point, consolidating like the SPY. So another thing we had this morning, started to get some weakness. We did have some full time frame continuity to the downside very briefly. The first thing that told us we ain't going down was FAS. Bam! Financials came rocking right out the chute. And so that gave us a pretty good indication. If we went to, also had the Earl number, and Earl, first they tried to hit it, and then once they brought the oils back, it was all over. And you can see this here on the UWTI. Once it was, you let them shenanigans play out, big outside bar, then it goes inside 30. And then inside 30 takes it up, and then it consolidates, chops them up, higher high, lower low, then goes inside 30 again and into the highs. And at that point, we already knew that the energies were outperforming. XLE here was already above a daily hammer. And so once that oil started to reconfirm that, there's a lot of things in there. You go to WNR refiner, and we look for things that aren't inside the month, inside month and up in WNR. EOG took the inside day to the upside, so it's not consolidating. Boom, inside day up. And XEC, the RevStrat, and the RevStrat's the inside bar countered by hammer. So that was one we're definitely looking at. And here, boom, and then you even got little guy WLL, if one was so inclined. So that was pretty good there too. Like I said, looking for things on a day like today that aren't inside. Twitter. And so you want those things long red or long green. Oops. TWTR, those long green bars, and then you can look for ways in here. And once again, if you take a look at this thing on the 15er, you'll see up, sideways, 15 inside, momentum hammer to the upside. It did it again here. Then it dropped back in, but at that time when it dropped back in, inside 30 for the stall out, but then it comes back and goes RevStrat 30 and re-enter right there, and that was a nice little move there, stuff like that. And then Crocs on my Twitter feed at Robin the Black, I tweet out the gappers in the morning, because that's stuff you want to know about, because that stuff we know is moving. So if you just look at the Crocs for one, you can see down, inside 30, puke, inside 30, back up. And for more examples of RevStrats and stuff like that, what you can do, boom, it tries to recover, inside 15, pokes up, outside of the inside bar, rejects it, and then 1, 2, 3 stops go off, bam, RevStrat to the downside, then it consolidates inside 15, and down it goes again. SGY for a gap in reverse. Gaps down and goes inside 15 to the upside, inside 15 to the upside, inside 15 to the upside. A lot of good opportunity in there as well. And then you get the things that have no chance of coming back. Markets rallying and Craig going straight down. And if you're on that early enough, you just pound it into the ground. And then, of course, Fitbit. And Fitbit was nice because on this break here, was an inside month, and it goes inside month above that 1391. You look for an additional actionable signal above 1391 right here, inside 30 for the measured move. Nice little move in there too. Another thing I'll look for on inside days especially is things that are inside month to the upside, inside week to the upside, stuff like that, or maybe both. An ADXS, here's another one. It's very nice, inside month and up. Gapper and yesterday, and now just continuing its march higher, and you get your inside 30 here, up, sideways, measured move, no problem there. Combination, full time frame counter to the upside, multiple actionable signals, and that's what you want to look for. CEMP, another real nice one here, and you've got that going inside month to the upside, inside week to the upside, and that was the 60 right here, inside 60 for the measured move. Here's another inside 60 for the measured move, very nice. TDC is another one, nice one here off the monthly as well. So just that's kind of what you want to look for, because you remember when BIIB exploded here, BIIB going inside day, and some people got this move because at that point it was already inside week to the upside, and also an inside month to the upside. So when you follow those type of rules, good things start to happen. But for tomorrow, inside day palooza, and even if we take this inside day, we want to see on the SPY and anything else, is it strong enough to get outside of the mother bar, which is yesterday, right? Or do we have a two-bar pattern, and then we're going to come into jobless claims report Friday morning. So we're going to, first things first, see if how these inside days break. If they break to the downside, we could have a possible range extension pretty quick. If they break to the upside, we're coming back to the middle of the range and getting ready for jobs claims. So we'll just have to watch how all of these breaks. But during the day, watching the direction of where we open on the 60 and the daily for the immediate direction, to then branch out and look at the things that have full time frame count to the upside, or those who have downside should it be red. All right, that's going to do it for today. We got Tesla jumping around here, only up $2 here, but it's still earnings season, so we got those. If you want to follow those gappers with me, I hashtag mind the gap, and it's at Robin the Black on Twitter. Hope to see you there, because that's are the things that are moving, and that's what we want. All right, everybody have a good night. I'm Rob Smith of the Quant Edge in the Black VTF here at T3 Live.